Now, you must understand something. I have to discuss something today about when somebody does something to you, towards you, you got to give the benefit of the doubt. Now, I want to explain through how, through what. There's a very famous story about his name's Abba Umna. Who was Abba Umna? Abba Umna, he was a let's say a doctor, and he would get a bat call, a heavenly voice every single morning saying Shalom Aleichem. All right, imagine every single morning you have it's in 21 Kaf Aleph Amud Bet on the bottom of the page in Masechet Ta'anit. It says the story how every day he would get a bat call coming to him and saying Shalom Aleichem, And Abaye heard this. And Abaye heard this situation because Abaye was getting it every Friday before Shabbat. Bat kol Shalom Aleichem, but he was getting it every day. This Abba Omna. So he's like, who's this Abba Omna? They told him what he does, you can't do. Says why? And he starts saying how honesty and how tzniut he is in his business, and how he has he's a doctor and he has a separate waiting room for men and for ladies, and he goes on to say more and more things. But this is what happens. Abaye sends his students to, in a way, test Abba Umna. And he sends to Abba Umna his students, and that night they sleep by him, and they take their blankets. They take Abba Umna's blankets, and in the marketplace they start selling it. Blankets for sale. They waited until Abba Umna came to the marketplace and said, "Blankets for sale" in front of Abba Umna. And now, as they're doing it, so Abba Umna says, "Okay, I'll buy it." Says, we don't know how much this is worth. He says this is worth this amount. Let's say $2,000. Says, how do you know it's worth $2,000? He says, because I bought these blankets. It's worth $2,000. Wow, how honest you are. What were you even thinking when we were selling it? You weren't going crazy. You didn't flinch. It's your blankets, and you know it's your blankets, and you still didn't scream it out. So you stole our balance. What happened? So he said that because I thought that maybe you were collecting money. Really, you needed money for called Pidyon Chevuim. Somebody was captive, and you need that money in order to ransom out and get him back. And you were embarrassed to ask me. And that's the end of the story. The end of the story. That's the end. But bottom line is, this is what. Now the question is. This is what happened. The question is, how did Abba Umna even give them such a benefit of the doubt? How does he give them such a benefit of the doubt? What were you thinking when we were selling you your own blankets? What were you thinking? He says, I was just thinking that, you needed the money for tzedakah. I understand. How does he even think like that? How does he even give them such a benefit of the doubt? And the answer is, when you view people that they're very on a high level, so you automatically view them as there's no way they're going to steal my blankets. It's got to be something else. So therefore, he viewed them at such a high level, must be they're collecting tzedakah, something like that, so they needed it for pikuach nefesh, pidyon chevuim. The only way you could give, one of the ways, I should say, that you could give benefit of the doubt to people when they do something wrong to you, or they do something against you, or they do something like that doesn't look right, is by viewing that person on a high caliber level. By viewing that person, there's no way. So when you view that, wow, this person's really, really a big personality, there's no way that's going to happen. You have to view Bnei Yisrael, that they're Kedoshim, that they're high levels, that they're not just regular people, they are on a high level people. And when you know that, wow, you automatically view them a different way. Nothing's going to bother you. I remember someone was telling me how when he first got married, within the first month, his wife asked him for a cup of water, and all of a sudden the water, like this guy bringing the cup of water, and just like spilled all over. I was like, what's going on? And she didn't scream, she didn't yell. She's like, how you not screaming and yelling? If it happened to me, I would go crazy on you. She says, I just think for a second, and I say, there's no way you can't come and pour a cup of water on me. Obviously, I know it was an accident. Obviously, I know that there's something behind it. Obviously, I know that. Why would I go crazy? So see, sometimes people, their reaction automatically is, what are you doing? I'll tell you what happened to me. The other day, I was by my nephew's wedding. I'm by my nephew's wedding, and there's some random person, mamish random person there. He's opening up a bottle of Coke. You listening? And another guy, he opened up the bottle of Coke, and it spilled all over. Sometimes it went all over me. Gorgeous, brand new suit, everything on my nephew's wedding. I'm like, what? What would you do? What would you do? You know, it's funny because the person that did that to me, he says, Gam Zula Tova. Instead of saying like, sorry, Mechila, he's like, listen, everything is good. I'm serious, it's a true story. He said, everything Hashem does is good. You know? It's like, you say sorry that. So now on my end, I'm going to get angry at him, I'm going to get upset at him. It's not like he shook the bottle and then opened it. He opened the bottle. It probably fell on the floor from somebody else, and he opened the bottle. But the bottom line is, you have to just think before you react in life, and you can give the benefit of doubt for people, and like that, automatically, one of the ways that we're learning it. First of all, the guy's not doing it on purpose, and the person's not going to go again. And second of all, you have to look at the person that did something to you as an elevated person. There's no way he's not. You don't look at a person. No. And when you do that, when you view the person in a high level caliber, automatically you'll be able to give him the benefit of the doubt. If so and so did this, that, you give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a high level guy. He's a high level personality. There's no way he's going to be able to do that. Must be this different hashbon that happened in that situation.